Picture this: Jerusalem 2,000 years ago. The sun beats down mercilessly as three crosses stand atop Golgotha. Jesus, flanked by two thieves, hangs in agony. But what if I told you that this wasn't the end of his story? What if everything you thought you knew about Jesus' final moments was different? Most of us know the traditional narrative. Jesus dies on the cross and resurrects 3 days later. But there's an alternative account, a fascinating theory that's been whispered through the ages. According to some historical records and local traditions, Jesus' devoted disciples managed to rescue him from the cross before death. They tended to his wounds in secrecy, nursing him back to health. But here's where the story takes an extraordinary turn. Instead of remaining in Jerusalem, Jesus embarked on an epic journey eastward. Following the ancient Silk routes, he traveled thousands of miles, crossing treacherous mountains and vast deserts, until he reached the mystical land of Kashmir in India. Why Kashmir? Well, this is where it gets even more interesting. The region was already home to some of the lost tribes of Israel. Jesus, now free from persecution, found a new purpose. He immersed himself in the spiritual traditions of the East, particularly Buddhism. The man who had once taught in Galilee became a student himself, exploring the deep wisdom of Eastern philosophy. In Kashmir, he was known by the name Isa, or Yuz Asaf, meaning leader of the healed. Local traditions speak of a wise teacher who lived to the remarkable age of 112, sharing his teachings and healing the sick. Even today, in the heart of Kashmir, you can visit the Rosabal Shrine, where many believe Jesus was eventually laid to rest. But perhaps the most compelling evidence lies in the monasteries scattered across the region. Ancient Buddhist texts mention a holy man from the West who taught love and compassion. His footprints, preserved in stone, can still be found in certain temples, and in some remote monasteries his name appears in ancient manuscripts, written in languages long forgotten by most. This alternative narrative challenges everything we thought we knew about Jesus' life. It suggests that rather than a dramatic death and resurrection, he lived a long life of peaceful teaching and spiritual exploration, bridging the wisdom of East and West. Of course, this remains a controversial theory, disputed by many scholars, but it raises fascinating questions about the untold chapters of one of history's most influential figures. Whether you believe this version or not, it reminds us that sometimes the most incredible stories are the ones that history almost forgot.